welcome back to Sweet Transit, everybody. Wild Wing 94 here. Glad you could join us today. Last episode did some infrastructure improvements, helped some of our resources get moving around, some of our workers, craftsmen especially, they're having a hard time getting down there, getting some of that meat back up. And our cut stone was having a hard time getting out of the depot there. Everything's working great. Having these double lines set up in here so far. And we ended the episode putting the hops down to get that line up and running, that industry line, I should say. All we got to do is get a little hops working and get it into our city and get a little wheat to it, and the brewery will start working. We can start putting the bars down, and that'll help the happiness issue that we're running into with our craftsmen. And that shouldn't be too hard to do. Help hit this population, and then we can start getting into the dairy production as well. As you can see, we get some fun things to work with there. So we found a little spot here that we were happy with. Let's go ahead and round out the rest of the farm here. Get this good and ready to go. Oh, I was really hoping we had a tile there. These little, I like these little buildings. They're a little odd. We'll go with. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 down to start with. It's kind of my go-to safe assumption. Just to be sure, get a good amount pumping out. Can we sneak that? Oh, we can't sneak that in there. Look at that. Not too little that we have to come back, and we might as well while we're here. Boom, boom, just to give some life to our build. I'm just gonna set this up here, and then we'll go talk about how we're gonna tie this in. So I don't think it's going to really matter if we tie it in here or if we just continue this line down. If we do put another block here, though, that is going to be another junction along our main line, and I think I would rather avoid that. So I am looking more towards kind of just maybe just making this a dead end. We'll tie our 2 farms in here and call that a day, so we don't have too much traffic coming down here. And I think to avoid having too much more going on here, we do run our line up and into here. And I think that's going to require us to address the issue we have with all of this going on up here. It's an ugly mess. May have to move our potato farm. Just nudge it a little bit, but obviously we can't nudge things, so that'll require tearing that down, moving it up. So I want a good space to run good solid line through here, and honestly it's probably going to be right through here, and have a station set up. So potatoes might end up over here. It's okay. It's okay. And just for saving some time, I did just find some neato blueprints. Are they going to work? Nope. Okay. Alright, well, maybe some other time. Just to maybe help the build process go a little bit faster. with the junctions, because those can be a little time consuming. And these were clean and neat and help get the episodes out a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna tie this in, and we're gonna bring you back in when I have this all tore out, and we'll set up a new potato farm and go from there. Well, things might have gone from 0 to 60 real quick. Everything's got to go. This is where the line needed to go in order to fit in between the cotton farm and here, and working the line out in order to get the trains in, and then coming over here, and you can see we were literally right up against the cotton farm station. The extents of it were going to come out here. If we were going to extend it, you can see I may have just ripped it out. The next problem is we need to have this tie into this, and that was going to be pretty difficult, and it was going to look really ugly. And then this tie in as well, and the combination of all of that getting tied in, it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't going to be good. It was going to be just gross. So we're taking the cotton farm out, taking the potato farm out. We're going to build some solid lines through here properly, put those back in, have this all set up properly, looking good. Everything will be able to run through here real nice. Run our hops in, and we should be good. So I'm going to redo this little bit of line here, put those farms back in, and I'll show you how it looks when it's done, and we'll hook this in, get our line running, and we'll start putting in the industry to make the beer and start setting up some bars. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Whew. Well, it's in. It looks clean. It's gonna run fantastically. But it was a chore. Glad it's set up well now, and set up the 2 tracks each way. So, we've got some, forgot this little part. Got some room for trains to be running. We're at that point where if I'm going to start redoing stuff, I'm going to start putting 2 lines each way and not have to mess with it for a while. Till we need to come back and throw another lane each way or 2 lanes each way. Really up the flow of traffic. We're going to start with coming up here, running this way. I would imagine probably another one here, just so then, like, we're going to put cotton up here, potatoes here. It's probably going to be cutting it close in here. As you can see, this is where we had cotton before. This is where we had potatoes before. I'm going to try to shove it as far up here as possible, and then cotton up here as far as possible. We do have more room than we think. Just a matter of utilizing it to its greatest potential. So if we put that there, and then we put, let's not goof this up like we did the last one. Nice. That there should give us plenty, I'll fix that later, of room. I'm really hoping our lines are going to refigure themselves out, but I'm pretty sure, look at how close that is. Pretty sure because It's a new building. Those lines are not going to figure themselves out, but could be wrong. That's how I remember those things working. Oh, these are 120. May have been able to tuck this up in the corner a little bit further. So we're going to put that one there. This one I'm not as worried about as the other spot. This one we got a little bit more room to play with. Smack that one right there. Do the same thing. I think we're off on this one. I think I goofed it. Nope. Good. Cool. And that runs down. Got a little bit more room. I was gonna say a lot, but it's not a crazy amount. I'm not gonna fill this out. We don't have that many trains coming through. We'll fill this out just so you guys can get a look at what we're dealing with. Just kind of see how this is gonna shape up. Cool. Cool. Organic, right? We're going for organic look here. Like that. We're going to be able to a line through here that those trains are going to come in and off of. Honestly, I might just run this in and out here and put another one here and we go in and out there. That's probably going to be the solution I go with once I set the lines up in here. So we'll get that done. Alright guys, we've got this set up. I've sent the trains out to do their thing, and I've set it on the slowest mode because we're gonna have these issues popping up. Train unable to reach its destination. Well, loaded Cotton Farm 1. Let's just take a look-see. Ah, yes. I would have seemed to have hooked the doubler up. Yes, so let's pause. These are two ways. It's part of the blueprints. Made things much, much easier. But can we fix this real quick? I'll do that. I'll worry about that in a minute. Trains are going. We need to get stuff going down here. Let's get our routes set up. So we're going to come from, wait, hold on. Do we need craftsmen or do we need, I think we need both, don't we? We do need both. So let's take some laborers from here. Go there. Let's make sure we're swapping the right people. Time passed. Time passed. What is it? This is 3 to Hop Farm 1 and laborers. Get a little people and let's add to the chaos. Can't add to the chaos. The depot is full. Then we need some. We'll build some craftsmen over here. Why not? A little bit of craftsmen. This is why we do our filters, because you never know. And this is, we should have just copied that, because now we gotta type this out again. So N3 to Hop Farm 1, and this time it is Craftsman. Craftsmen's. Yes, the plural. That'll be good. Oh, that'll be good. And we're gonna be smart. Copy this. But this time, we're going to load the hops. And then we are going to empty cargo this. Do a little green with our preset. Cool. I'm going to fix this. I don't know how long it's going to take me. And when that's fixed, we'll make sure everything's running, and hopefully that'll be a good episode for us. Alright. It seems as if everything is at least pointing in the right direction. You start doing big, just infrastructure overhauls like this. Tends to be a signal out of place here and there. Gonna have to adjust some of these signals. Gonna be a little bit of fuel issues, but for the most part, we should be okay to start rock and roll. I think these are our 20s, and we need to get that going to the hop farm. Ooh. We've got, see, we make all kinds of things. Cotton farm, and we've got 60, 120, 240, 300. Let's get a car going for that. Should work. And this is a copy. This is going to be hops that we didn't name. I want to get this one going because we're going to have to, I believe hops goes in this one. Yell at me if I'm wrong, chat. Get some trains moving for a second. People are going to be upset. Things are going to probably dip down as long as potatoes are working. That's all we need. That's all we ever need is potatoes. Ooh, we're good. Might actually be working better. Might have been a solid move. Once we get fuel. Once we get fuel, I think everything will settle. Except for the wood. I don't know what's going on here. A little scared. Let's not look over there. Cool. Do we have people yet? We do not. Might be this train. Everybody should be able to get to everywhere. I did a bunch of double checking. Should start seeing some hops trains coming in down here. There we go. All of that work. I am kind of worried about coal getting over here as well. We're going to have to start really making sure we get coal. We don't have coal anywhere near. It's one of like the downfalls of this map. Like everything is just concentrated. it's gonna be a challenge. We're gonna have to like have little fueling stations probably around to really make things work. So hops are at least growing. Not enough fuel. They won't be delivered because we don't have anything accepting them yet. But last couple episodes, things are really cleaning up. We're really starting to move around pretty quick here. Can't wait. Really starting to push the envelope on getting those diesel trains, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day today, though, and we'll see you again in the next one. Take care.